Good morning, everyone. I hope all is well, and I hope everyone is enjoying the Battle Assembly weekend today. No, I'm not driving. I am parked. I'm not going to do anything that compromise um, the helpful tips that we receive in our safety briefings each month. But I would like to talk to you today from the book of Psalms, the 95th number of the book of Psalms, verse 2, where it tells us that we ought to come before God's gates with thanksgiving and with praise of music and song. Again, come before his gates with thanksgiving and praise him with music and songs. Psalms the 95th chapter verse 2. And I want to talk to you on this subject. Don't stop giving thanks. Do not stop giving thanks. Yes, this month is November, and pretty soon we are going to be celebrating what is called Thanksgiving Day. And on that day, we gather with family and friends, and we enjoy various delicacies such as turkey dressing, ham, potato salad, collard greens, black-eyed peas, and other fine trimming in which our family and friends love to eat. We are going to sit around the table, and we're going to hold hands, and we're going to pray, and then we are going to give thanks. But we need to be mindful that Thanksgiving is not the only day that we ought to be thanks. And before we go any further, let us define thanks. Thanks is an expression of gratitude in which one person gives in regards to an act of kindness or something that may have been done for them. Thanksgiving or thanks can be expressed in different ways, but one of the most simple ways that we know that we can express our thanks is just simply by saying thank you. Another way that we uh, give thanks is by giving a response towards that act of kindness, whereas we may do a nice deed, whereas we may uh, show it with a hug or other forms of means that we show our gratitude in regards to an act of kindness that we have received, and thus we give thanks. But I want us to reflect on a moment, if you will, in regards to the thought, don't stop giving thanks. Don't you stop giving thanks. Whether we want to admit it or not, that sometimes we are remissful in regards to giving thanks or expressing our thanks. Somewhere along the way, sometimes we think that we have it made, and for whatever reason, we do not show our gratitude the way that we are supposed to. Case in point, this Tuesday is election day, and some of us are not going to show our gratitude or how grateful we are to be part of this nation by going out and vote. And the sad part of it is that the audience in which I'm preaching to right now are men and women in uniform. And thus I'm encouraging everyone on this Tuesday, do not show any form of ingratitude by not going out to vote. But instead, let us go out and give thanks unto our Lord and express our gratitude by going to the polls and vote for the candidate of our choice, who, by the way, will be our next commander in chief. And thus, as we continue to ponder upon the thought, don't you stop giving thanks. Let us look at, if you will, two or three things that we can do. And so that we will not be within that predicament or being accused of the fact on whether or not we have stopped giving thanks. Number one, give God thanks every day. Again, give God thanks every day. There are several things in which we could give God thanks for. And sometimes we may look at our current situation and may feel as though that it's hard to give God thanks, but if we look around, we have much to be thankful for. If we are able to breathe, we ought to give God thanks because he has allowed us to see another day. If we have clothes on our backs, we ought to give God thanks because he has given us clothing, if we are able to eat before the day is over with, we ought to give God thanks because he has given us food. And if you were to look around on countless others, there are some who are not alive. They were alive on yesterday, but they are not alive today. Some have left much more earlier than expected, but yet through the grace of God, we are still here, and thus we ought to give him thanks. Not only within that, but if you are eating, we ought to give him thanks, because think about how many people look through garbage cans just to try to find some form of food. If we have on clothes, we ought to give God the thanks, because look around how many people are homeless and don't even have various clothes to wear. But yet, when we look in our closets, God has blessed us with a variety of clothes for us to choose from. Secondly, not only are we to give God thanks every day, but every day we are to show our gratitude of thanks. And some may say, well, how do we show our gratitude of thanks? One way that we show our gratitude of thanks is by being good stewards of that in which God has given us. And one of the things that God has given us is the opportunity to be a soldier in the United States Army Reserve. But yet so many times we as soldiers do not show our our gratitude of thanks. And that right there is reflected upon the things in which we are supposed to do. And so moving forward, let us show our gratitude of thanks by being better prepared in regards to the tasks that we are supposed to complete. Those tasks range from being doing all the necessary skills that fall under our MOS qualifications. Some of that fall against all the other stuff that we are supposed to do in regards to our medical readiness and our physical fitness. Other stuff that we are supposed to do, we are dictated by our commander, but whatever it is that we are supposed to do, let us show our thanks, let us show our gratitude by making sure that we are good stewards in regard to what God has given us, and when it comes time for us to do those things, that we have already met the standard. And then lastly, let us not get caught up within the pitfall of not showing thanks by not responding. Again, the simplest way that we can show thanks or indicate that we are thankful is saying thank you to the one who has given us or displayed that act of kindness. Yes, I admit that some stuff that we receive that may make us ponder, may make us think that what in the world is this? Case in point, Christmas is going to come up, and somebody's may give me a fruit cake. I do not like those things. I have not liked those things since I was little. But yet, when I look at it, is that at least somebody thought of me to give me something. And when we look at around the things in life, we need to realize that people don't have to do nothing for us, but because they do, we can at least say thank you. You may not get that birthday gift that you wanted, but somebody may give you something that you did not like, but at least they gave you something, and you ought to say thank you. Somebody may have gave you a car that was not your desired car, but at least they took the time to think about it and give you some mode of transportation. You may not have received exactly what you wanted from somebody, but praise be to God that they gave you something, and at least what you can do is say thank you. One of the biggest sins of the human heart is that of ingratitude. So as we move forward, let us do what we can, but to most importantly, show our Heavenly Father that we are thanks, and to show those who give us whatever form of act of kindness, we say thank you, because we are grateful, because God or a fellow man did not have to do anything for us at all. But most of all, let us be thankful, and do not forget to go and vote on Tuesday. Thank you.